Okay, boys, we are live with the winner bracket final already of the Portuguese Tech Cup. A competition with a prize pool of €135. Yeah, so good luck to the players. We have 4 players who still haven't lost a single match. I mean, maybe they have gotten second, but neither have they gotten third nor like fourth or something like that in the double elimination bracket. We have Default, Damage, Aragon and Maui, who will fight out for 2 spots in the grand final already. The others will drop down into the consolidation final. And now we have a different point limit. The point limit now is 120. And we still play the respective maps here. So 4 maps with 4 rounds. And still point repartition is the same. It's still 10, 6, 4 and 3 for the respective placements. So good luck to the players. And let's see who will take it. The clear favorites are Aragon and Maui, in my opinion. Let's see what Default and Damage can do. So good luck. First round is coming up. And I'm expecting a close match. This could also be a grand final. But then, of course, we have a player. Or we have also 2 players in the consolidation final already. So we have a Netic and Jufr there, who are just waiting for the losers of this match. So they're gonna watch this match, maybe chill a bit, eating something. Gonna like cope their nervousness. And right now, Aragon with a great start. I was expecting that. Maui also on second place. Great line from the Moonlobs player. Aragon also with a good amount of speed. Extending his lead here. 2.13 of a second. Damage also not too far behind. And then we have Default, who cannot match the pace in this round. Maui with a great line. Comes a bit closer to Aragon, but it's not enough to overtake him. But a 51.30, 53.6 is enough for him to win it here on a Bimos. So also a good time. That is 0.25 away from WR. So Aragon shows where the journey is going. Good time. Okay, into the next round we go. Aragon is leading. Then we have Maui on second place. And Damage on third. Default. Again, after that performance in that prior round, he cannot really match the pace here on this map thus far. But let's follow him here because it gives us a good overview here. No one making a major mistake here. Aragon, however, we're just going to talk about that. Clipping the wall. Also Default with a mistake. Also Maui with a mistake. So Damage, the only player who is left alive. I just said that no one made a mistake, and then 3 players made a mistake here. So Damage in first, still a 0.90. Then we have Aragon 1 second behind. He's getting second place though. So very lucky for him. Maui on third and Default on fourth. Next round coming up. Maui with a mistake. Doesn't go for the respawn. Okay. That's interesting. I think a respawn would have been tremendously faster for Maui. So Maui right now only 10 points. That is not good. Default with 6 points. After he could have gotten it. Aragon and Damage are in the lead though. Who's gonna get that first place here? Aragon, of course, can extend his lead also towards Damage and Maui. But then there's also Default, who can get himself that first non-3-pointer. And he will just do that, almost sniping Default in the ending. Damage sniping, getting almost sniped by Default in the ending. But it wasn't quite enough for him to overtake him. So Aragon with a first place of 51.72. Damage on second, Default on third, and Maui on fourth. Okay, Default now with a slower start. Only 10 points for him. So he hasn't really arrived in this match. Last round, Maui going so close there to the wall, almost clipping it. But that wasn't the case, so Maui's still alive. And makes it happen here. Also a good line, great apex here. Goes inside, a mixture of the inside and the outside line. So the outside line provides him more speed. Of course, with the inside line, you just travel less distance. And with that, Maui is leading the round. 0.1 gap. Aragon on second. But a close fight between them. Who gets the better line in the ending? Maui versus Aragon in the ending. Aragon gets it here. 2,000th of a second, actually. Man, what an ending was that between the players. That was crazy, but Aragon had the better approach over this part. So 2,000s between them, and Aragon is capitalizing from that. And 36 out of 40 possible points for him after the first map. So Aragon shows that he's also a contender of taking it all here. The next map, Pronto, from Anisado. So as I've already said in the prior matches, we have Maui having all world records on those maps. But Aragon is on all maps on second place. And right now he's leading, so that is what matters. And again, that's the point I'm coming back to. It's not about PBing in every round. It's about playing consistent. So a risky approach. If you practice maps risky on a risky fashion, it is not a good way to practice. You should consider practicing safe lines, or like for you lines that you can pull off every round. Because getting second, or just getting second, third instead of first, it's just better. If you get one first place, it's cool, but you know, you only get 19 points if you get first and then last, and you get more points with just being second and second, and then third, you have then 20 points. So you get the point here. Of course, first still provides you more points, but at the end of the day, I think you should rather focus on saving than just risking it out. Because a 10-pointer can be good, but it's only good if you get it repetitive, or like at least once every 4 rounds. If you know that you can do that, then you can make it, but risking it out in every round is not a good thing to do. Okay, round number 5 though is coming up. The warm-up has ended. Maui. Not a good start into the race here, actually. Into the match. 1 second behind. Damage and default are ahead of him. And so is Aragon, who is really, really good on those maps. And showed us a very nice performance yesterday as well. It's actually the first time that Maui and Aragon are playing against each other. And Maui is, slacking a bit, but also a good time here from Aragon of 47.32. Also, Pronto has a WR from Maui, of course, of 46.96. So also a good time, but also a great round here. Default on second, only 0.01 away, because he got that inside finish. But Aragon already with a comfortable lead here, 18 points ahead of second place. Man, that is great. Now Maui wants to redeem himself. Finds himself on first place. Ahead of Damage and Default. So Damage wants to go into the final already. Maui again with a mistake, so Damage can have it here. Damage, of course, is only there with 28 points though. I mean, what means only? He's really walking away from Maui. Because Maui only with a 4th place. He also Default with 6 points. Aragon on 3rd place and Maui on 4th. So, looking bad for Maui. Actually tied up with Default, who had a really poor start into the race. So Maui not really feeling it, making a lot of mistakes though. Okay, next round. Maui leading. And we have Aragon on P number 4. The damage and default duo, they are not really tearing apart from each other too much, but now it is damage making a mistake, and default is capitalizing from that. So Maui now will get himself that first 10 points, and hopefully the node has broken now that he can do something. So Maui with 10 points, coming close to damage, who only got himself 3 points in this round. Aragon only with 4 points, default on second, going up to 31 points. So also good performance for him. So the pack is coming a bit closer together. Okay, so next round, a bit closer here actually. Very, very close between those players. 600ths of a second, but we see 3 mistakes here actually from Aragon, Maui, and also from default. All 3 making the same mistake in that corner. Damage is on first. And my god, we haven't really seen that, but wicked round and also a wicked raid from Nick. Yo, thank you Nick so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much, man. Actually, a nice stream that you did yesterday with the hot tub. I was really laughing over that. So great job there, Nick. Thank you so much for the raid. So guys, make sure to check out Nick. I mean, I only lurked, but I was seeing something like pools, events, and blah blah blah, and then I had to click, man. I had to click. So thank you so much for the raid, mate. And make sure to give Nick a follow. He's a great guy. Very likable. Thank you very much. You just showing in time. We have the consolidation final coming up after the winner bracket final here. So it's the top 6 of the Portuguese Tech Cup. Or Tech Cup that I'm casting. A competition that is only for Portuguese players. So you can see, spot the imposture on this server. Not sure about that. Maybe it's this Lagos Turbo guy who's from Germany and the other players are from Portugal. But this competition also has a prize pool of 135 euro. And the top 2 in this match are going into the grand final already. So that is great. But yeah, nice seeing that, Nick, with your stream. Hopefully you had a good time yesterday. And also thank you guys so much for all the new follows. I see them, but I don't have the alert enabled right now. So thank you so much, guys. Okay, so one warm-up has ended, and now we're gonna go live on Cerdo. The second map from Anisado, with the WR is from Maui, a 50.19. He's 0.15 away from second WR, which is occupied by Aragon. So great job from Maui there of really getting himself that. You can see point number is 120, so no player is halfway through, and we will definitely see map number 5. Maybe even as the decider, who knows, who knows. But let's focus on map number 3. Maui and default with a great start there. And also Aragon and damage are not too far behind. So great round between the players here coming to the last part of the track. Default is leading. Maui with a good amount of speed goes into the lead here temporarily. Or can he actually do that? Oh, the ending will decide it. Default with a good line. Aragon also doing it really well. Default with more speed, but it's not enough. It is actually Aragon dropping down to P number 4 here. What a great round. A 50.432 from Maui. What a great time. Then we have a 0.49 from default, which is almost his PB, 0.1 away. But man, Portugal is showing that they are ready and that they are doing very nice. So great job from the players here. And yeah, only 19 points between the players. So every player is ready here. And it is definitely a performance where no player has to like hide from one another. So that is nice to see. Okay, into the next round we go. We have a damage getting a good start. Also a lot of speed, goes into the lead. Aragon with a nice trajectory here as well, gets a good apex and a good amount of speed. Maui is also now in the mix. We have every player surviving, but Damage making that first mistake, clipping the wall there. But the fight for the first place is not done yet. Default and Mao with a good amount of speed. Aragon with a more outside approach has more speed and the better angle for this part. Can he go into the lead here? No, it's not looking too well. He has more speed though. Who's gonna get that first position? It's Default, and also Aragon sniping Maui in that ending. Man, what are those rounds? Another 0.5x, a 0.56 and a 0.60. Man, those rounds are crazy and I love this ending. So AnySauto has built a great ending on this track, but definitely a great round. And now it's only 15 points between the top 4. What a heated up match we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, great rounds. Indeed. Damage, Default, Aragon behind Maui in the start. And of course, this is already round number 3. Aragon gets a really good start here into the race, into the round. And we see Damage not with the best amount of speed, falling a bit behind after he has claimed that second position. He right now finds himself on last place here, gets a good amount of speed. Default with a mistake again. So Default is slacking the pace in this round, but Damage is not out of this one yet. It is Maui versus Aragon here though, for that first place. Maui with a better trajectory here, but of course the ending decides it again. Does Maui have the better amount of speed? He stays ahead, a 0.49 and a 0.52. So also good times here and enough for Maui to claim that first place. So now Maui back on track and goes up to 65 points. Overtakes Damage for P number 2 now. So good comeback. Okay, Aragon missing the checkpoint there. That is of course unfortunate. Also Default here with a mistake. So Maui, the only player left alive, because Damage has also made a mistake as well as Default. You can see it here. They're a little bit further behind. And Maui will get himself that free 10 points. So let me actually use that to eat a little bit. Also 0.42. Good time for Maui. Okay. There we go. Next map coming up. Okay, so one warm-up. I just have to conserve my voice a bit. That's why I haven't been talking too much over the warm-ups. So sorry for that, guys. But of course, there's still 2 more matches coming up. And a long streaming day. So I don't want to like waste the voice in the warm-up. I can also tell you about the things during the live round. So that is the next map from Silky, who has also participated in this competition. So nice map. And here, it's it's the shortest map. 45.15 is the WR from Maui. So good luck to the players. And we're gonna go into the first set of live rounds. So default, damage, and Maui in the mix. Aragon has made that first mistake, so he finds himself on last place. As you can see, he is 1.5 seconds behind. Also Maui not doing it too well here, making that mistake. So it's between default and the damage for that first place. Look at that. And yeah, I'm actually a bit intimidated because it just was ringing to what's happening outside. I don't know, but default takes it. Damage on second, Maui on third, and Aragon on fourth. There we go. So default with a well-needed 10 points here. And look at that, how close the scoreline is. 9 points between first and fourth. It cannot get closer than that. It cannot get closer than that, actually. Very, very nice. Maui and Aragon tied up for first place. Then we have default and damage, who are just a little bit further behind. But now they can redeem themselves. But now the tied first players are in first and second in this round. Great performance here from them. Maui, not the best amount of speed, so Aragon can go into the lead. Of course, now you get the airtime here because you have a lot of speed, and Maui gets the better line over this part. So Maui can take it here and go into the lead again. Up to 89 points. Aragon not with the best amount of speed, so Maui was really pushing it here, and he takes it. But man, those times are crazy. A .49, a .53. Those are great times on this map, considering that the WR is a .15 from Maui. Into the next round we go. Round number 3 it is. 89 points for Maui. Great performance. Aragon on second. And then we have default and damage tied for third place. But of course, bottom 2 is going out. So they have to push it. Damage and default are about, or like if they don't push it or if they don't make it, they will drop down into the consolidation final, where they're gonna face Jufr and Netic. So damage not making it, also default too far behind here. Aragon almost sniping that first place, but again a great round between the players. Maui on first, Aragon on second, and Maui going up to 99 points. What a great performance and what a good comeback after a bad start into the race. So those are also great times, as you can see. Next round, Aragon and Maui with a great approach into this one. Default also not too far behind, but didn't get the best apex over this part, so he finds himself a little bit further behind. 0.2 of a second. Damage also not here getting the best amount of speed over this part. So Aragon versus Maui in the ending again. Will Maui elevate himself up to 109 points, or will Aragon have the upper hand here? Aragon with more speed, who will get the better ending, though Maui can snipe it, but it's not enough there. 17,000. What a great round yet again. Those rounds are absolutely cracked, and Aragon and Maui are showing why they are the clear favorites. But it's only 4 points between them, between Maui and Aragon, and we're gonna go to maybe even the decider. Man, those rounds are great indeed. So Baimos can be the decider, who is gonna elevate or who's gonna go into the final directly, and who is dropping down into the loser, or into the consolidation final, into the loser bracket, where we have two players awaiting, Jufr and Netic. So will it be default and also damage, or can they spring a surprise and maybe even knock out or knock down, not knock out, just not yet, Aragon or Maui into the loser bracket? We're gonna find out very soon after a warm-up here, maybe even the last warm-up, if we end in an anticlimactic way. Yeah, definitely a nice match. I'm a bit distracted because my nephew is there with the friend of my sister. So I just have to say them high after this one. But the consolidation final will probably start at 6. I think there should be a little bit of a break in between the matches. But yeah, whatever. Let's start here with the next round. Let's take a look who will take it. Aragon. Everyone actually gets a great start. This map was also very close. We have seen some heated up situations, but also map number 6 that will come into play. Man, those matches, or this match can really develop into a very, very close one. But it is default now on the first place. But now Aragon gets a better line over this part, so he still stays slightly ahead. This is very important to just squeeze your car between those poles and also don't hit it with your back. So default attacking Aragon here. Great line from default. Who's gonna get that first place? Aragon goes for the ramp cut and has more speed, and he's surviving a default. Barely stays ahead of Maui here, but again a great round. A point 45 from Aragon. What? Default with a point 54, and it's not enough for him to make it happen. Guys, those rounds are crazy. Default just drove third WR, and Maui has a point 28, and that was a point 45. That was point 17 away from WR, but this is of course the line that matters here, the part where the poles are. You know, we have to squeeze your car between there. And also Maui now making a mistake, so Aragon can claim the finest mode already because he's at 111 points, and with a victory this would be the case. So Maui and default are dead. Damage now can get himself some points. Let's follow him. This part here, I'm talking about this one. Really important. You can get so much speed. You can generate so much speed over that one. And it's Aragon still leading. Damage coming a bit closer though. I mean, he's only 0.2 away. But Aragon still leading. Great ramp cuts here. And another great time. Probably a 5x or something. Oh, he clipped the ending, but still stays ahead. Wonky ending is 0.65. And with that, he wins yet another round. And is now finalist though. So, Aragon in finalist, Maui at 112 points. And not a good start for him again. Default also 5 seconds away, so now Damage has to deny him. Damage has to deny Aragon, else it will be him of making it. And he makes that mistake as well, so 3 times the charm. We see 3 mistakes after a very, very heated up match in the mid part. It is Aragon now eventually claiming victory here. In his first finals attempt, he's 2 seconds ahead, and he will do it. Nice ramp cut there as well. He can even go for the safe finish, but he's not gonna do that. Aragon is through with another sub 52. GG's to him, and he's the first player in the grand final of the Portuguese Tech Cup. So, now there's one more spot, and the other 2 players will go down to the loser bracket into the consolidation final. They have to play one more round then. Question, will it be Maui? Or will a player maybe spring a surprise? Maui needs to get that second place in this round, else he will grant himself that face slap. With that 119 points, and Damage and default will come a considerable amount closer, because they will both surpass the 100 point barrier then. So this could be a really real surprise and create a so-called death match, death group. Damage and default on first and second. Yeah, but Maui gets it really good here. Default also with a mistake, also Damage here. So Maui from third to first in this ending part. Default making that mistake, and Damage also with a mistake. One getting airtime, the other is landing not straight enough, and with that not getting grip, and his car is not accelerating. So Maui on finalist, but still default and Damage up to 100 and 101 points here. So this could be the last warm-up. Or this is the last warm-up, let's say it like that. And good luck to the players. Damage, Default, and Maui are fighting it out. Good luck to them. Okay, good luck to the players here. This could be the last round, or will Default or Damage deny Maui the entry into the grand final of the Portuguese Tech Cup. Is that the case or not? Maui with a great start, accumulating so much speed. You can see the red name here, and that means that Maui is a finalist. Great job from here, coping the start very nicely. And Maui with a god tier line. Oh my god, that was so risky, extending the to 0.16 of a second. Let's follow Maui here. This could be the last round on Pronto in this winner bracket final. Is it enough or not? 46.96 is WR. I think Maui is coming dangerously closer to that, but also Default is attacking here. He has nothing to lose, but it's not enough for Default. Maui has it, and Maui is through. Default and Damage drop down to the consolidation final, but still a great comeback. We had temporarily 9 points between the players. That was very close, but not enough for them to make it happen. So Maui and also Aragon are through in the grand final.